One of the best ways of showcasing the age of the world in the series is by showing its evolution. Constantly updating designs and concepts as the world grows, not just for looks, but for story. Great example of this is... So let's talk Blade Runner. You can see it in the lore of the replicants to the architecture. I mean, just look at the guns.
Making an updated cop blaster.
Yeah.
And nailing it.
It's a perfect next step from it.
It's very clear from looking at this, that this went from this to this. But here's one thing I'm a little more iffy on. The Voight-Kampff test. Look at that. Look how it sort of looks like it's breathing, like it's alive. Now in the sequel, they sort of go to a more handheld device. Sort of like going from a laptop to a phone. But I wanted more. I wanted to design that awkward stage when they're still figuring themselves out. Okay, so we have an easy progression, right? Here to here. But here's the thing. These things don't really line up. One analyzes and measures subtle body cues to track emotional response, while the other scans Dave Bautista's eye. I mean, so I guess we're done here.
No.
But wait. Hold on. You might be familiar with this scene from Blade Runner 2049.
Do you feel that there's a part of you that's missing? Interlinked.
So we have it. Our spiritual successor from the Voight-Kampff test isn't the Voight-Kampff test. It's the baseline test.
Thank you, sir.
And here, you can see the evolution from this to this a little clearer. So that brief window right before we branch off into handheld and into the wall is where I'll work. I started with 15 different concepts, testing out which one everyone liked, and it was almost unanimously. I mean, technically the laptop one would fit more lore-wise, but it is what it is, you know? But this did kind of make me think of...
What is that?
The power glove. Futuristic for its time, yet still early days. Eventually, having the technology to evolve into the Wii. Then, to the Switch. So now that we have that direction done, we can work on the details. I went through pages of details for this, but I was kind of running into a problem. Where is the face?
I don't know yet.
So I tried a few different poses to try to figure out which one felt the most intimidating. And landed on this one. Having everything being built off of that, it needed to be able to be used in 4 different modes. So that means it needed a square face. And it would also be built for right-handed people, so that meant all the buttons would be built on that side. I imagine it would have sort of a docking system on the leg, and it would snap onto the arm. Dude, this can be so cool. And with that, I don't know, I feel like it looked cool in my head, but it's just sort of a block. It just feels like it was meant to fit all the tech in it, but not as a movie prop. Okay, so we can't get stuck on that. If the design's not good, it just means we gotta keep working on it. Overall, I feel like I know my issue here. I've been designing by pulling bits and pieces off of existing Blade Runner designs, and not pulling enough from real life. Aesthetically, the original Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049 mirror the times they were released, showcasing what that time period thought dystopian future might look like. You can see with how the original's view of what the future looked like, with all these buttons and doodads, while 2049 had a sleek, sterile, and minimal look. So how does this connect to our Void baseline? Well, if Blade Runner is in the 1980s, and 2049 is the 2010s, then it would make sense that my story is in the aughts. So let's pull from these inspirations. I'm gonna pull from some Nintendo devices, laptops, TVs. This design took me forever. From figuring out all the allowances, making everything work and fit, to even having it not print weird. I mean, there are still parts that are supposed to click together and stay there like Lego bricks, but, you know.
I'll glue it.
But yeah, here you go. If you guys want to see more stuff like this, where I design inside of worlds of existing shows, movies, or games, tell me in the comments which one I should do next. And if you want to see more from me, feel free to subscribe. So anyways, that's about it. See ya.